Hey coin collectors, Dan the Collecting Man here. Today we've got the 2025 release of the Dragon coin. That's right, this is an actual coin, which is pretty cool. So let's have a look and see if we can get this out. So as you can see here, this has been packaged to no man's land with special tape. All right, let's keep going. This is like a gift that keeps on giving. My goodness, I can't believe they use that thick tape just to put this bar in here. So this is a little bit different of a design compared to what they've done in the past. In the past, they've been quite busy designs. That's probably some of the feedback I've had, where this one is quite the opposite. It's very light on with the background images. So just as an example, here is one from a few years ago, and you can see how busy it is in the background. With this one, just is a frosted bar coin, I should say, with just the dragon itself. So let's get it out. I'm going to put it in a capsule because unfortunately they don't come in capsules, which is a little bit frustrating. So I'm able to get these off eBay, and I'll probably put a link down below to the ones that I get, and then we can have a closer look at this. I'll also put another microscope because there is some micro engraving within these. So let's get this out and have a good look. So there is a pretty decent mintage on these, so they're not too scarce to get, but they do seem to sell out. A lot of people do like getting these coin bars, so we'll make sure we don't touch any of the faces, especially being silver, and put the capsule on. There we go. So let's have a good look at it. So from a first glance, it does look pretty cool design. It reminds me of something, and I know I've seen this from Ruben from Bullion now, also mentioned this, is, you know, those old school jackets that you used to have, and you used to have a dragon design on the back of the dragon, something nice and coloured and pretty cool, kind of the real retro 80s kind of look to the dragon. And I think that's kind of cool. You can kind of see the eyebrows, how they're frosted in the eyebrows, and you got the claws there with the whiskers coming out. So looks a little bit busy in that regard to seeing the whiskers and claws together. But overall, it's pretty cool. I really like the way they've done the 2025. That actually comes up really nice. So from that point of view, I actually think that's pretty cool. A lot of details in the scales. And from a dragon look, it actually looks, I don't mind it. I think it's actually going to be a really nice one. So pretty standard there to having King Charles there. So we can see we've got used to having King Charles on the back of them. I think this one's an old one with Queen Elizabeth. It's nice to have some with Queen Elizabeth. And this is a series that a lot of people like to collect, and personally I'm quite interested in it as well. It's probably one of those series that I'm looking to go back and get the original one. So it started off in 2018, and obviously this is the 2025 edition. I like it now how they started to put the years at the bottom. So here's the 2024. You can't really see the year there because it is such a busy design. So very different, but I do like this dragon design. So I'd love to know in the comments below what's your favorite dragon design out of these ones, or if you like this one. This one's pretty cool as well, actually. So there's some pretty neat ones, but it is different to, they've got a silver bars that have been released that are specifically for the lunar year, and these ones here, I think I've got upside down, these ones here are not coins, they're just the bar. So you can see here it's the perthmint bar, but still beautiful design. So be interesting to see. Obviously they're vertical in design, so it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to do the year of the horse, because obviously the last two have been a vertical kind of design. If they're going to do a horse horizontally, or how they're going to do that, or a horse on its hind legs. But anyway, I only got one of these. Normally I get a few of these because I think they're pretty cool and quite collectible. It hasn't got a reeded edges, so it's got a smooth edge on the side, as you can see there. So let's have a look under the microscope and look for the micro engraving. So there is micro security engraving within this. So it's not the P privy mark. It's a micro security engraving to make sure that no face can be made. Now it cost me around $64 to buy this, and there's 250,000 of these minted. So definitely something that's quite obtainable. So let's chuck this under. Now, obviously I've just opened it out of the box, so I'm not exactly sure where it's going to be. Let's make sure the focus is on point. There we go, look at that. You can see the difference with the focus at the top there. Start having a look and see if we can see some of that micro engraving. You can still see the detail in this bar, how good it is. You can see some of the the different parts of the dragon there and all the scales. So it's a different way of doing the actual scales themselves. Seeing like the little squares, things like that. You can see some of the whiskers and claws there, and we can probably see the nose there by the looks of it. I'm guessing that's the dragon's nose there. So definitely a lot of detail under this one, and it's going to be a lot of fun to try and find the micro security engraving. Look at the claw there holding on, that's pretty cool. So we got the bottom part of the tail there. Looks like more parts of the tail. Now normally it's around the edges where they do the micro security engraving. So that's why I'm trying to look around the edges there, because that's often where they try and pop it along. There's nothing standing out yet, which makes it a little bit more fun to try and find this one. I might need to chuck it over to the other side. Let's have a look on this side, see if it's in this side here. Oh well, it'll be very interesting to see where this micro engraving is, because under the naked eye I can't actually find it. I might have to have another look. Alright, so we've had a good look through that, and for the life of me I can't find the micro security engraving. So I'm sure it's in there somewhere. It does stay on the website that it is on there, but after looking at this for a little while now, I can't see the point of where they've actually placed it. So chuck in the comments below if you do know where it is, and maybe I've just not been able to get the microscope looking on it. But overall, I'd love to know your feedback of this actual bar. What do you think? I think it's pretty cool. It's something quite different. It's a shame they don't come in capsules. Like having it in this is a little bit of a shame, being a coin, and it's kind of collectors, kind of a collector thing that people want. I think having a coin is definitely something that you should have a capsule with those, because it does look good. As you can see, the quality of King Charles there under the light really pops out. So it's definitely different. I'm going to say it's probably not my favourite of the series so far. I do like some of these other ones here. Obviously this one being the bar version, but I do like the swirls on these, and I got this one in the gold version too, which came in a nice blister pack. So that's something that also would have been pretty cool, is unfortunately in these ones the gold versions come in a really nice blister pack, but yet the silver one I don't. So I got one of these ones that I don't know why these don't sell it as well, because they're not as cheap as the kangaroo coins like these ones here. So obviously these are cheaper than these ones, so people are going to buy these coins every day than these ones, but they should make these a little bit cheaper, something different. So yeah, it's a good little series, definitely something to get into. It's nice to have an actual bar coin. I think it's a little bit different, a point of difference. I know it does go pretty well in America. The gold version of these, they only mint to 8,888, which is a really nice thing to get. I think they're pretty cool to get the gold coins. And this one actually in the gold looked really nice, having a look at the images online. With the silver ones, you can get them in tubes of 20 as well. So if it's something that you're interested in getting tubes of 20, I think they're pretty good, because looking at some of the older ones, they definitely hold and retain their premium pretty well, having these ones. So they do sell out, like I said, pretty quickly. So definitely something worth getting. So make sure you do give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed that video, and subscribe to Dan the Collector Man. I've got a really good lineup of videos coming out in the next month that I'm sure you'll be really interested in. There's also a link down below, or the button down below, to say thanks to the channel if you want to do a little bit of financial support. Anything will be really helpful for the channel. And as always, thanks so much for watching and joining the coin collecting community. I'll catch you in my next video. Dan.